You guys do this all day?
Yeah. Get this field done, maybe start on another one.
You get paid by the hour?
Not by the hour, by the field. Faster we get this one done, the more our father makes.
By the field. Hey, Damasio, how old were you guys when you started working for your dad?
10, 11.
Is that even legal?
Strawberries it is, and potatoes. Other crops you gotta be 12. I remember the first day I started, I wanted to quit after the first hour because it was so hard. Cried like a baby.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
You want to quit, Blanco?
What do you think?
Blanco?
All right, guys, this is Old School Will. I'm usually on YouTube all the time with my podcasting, but I ran across something that was very interesting to me, and I know this has probably been going on for quite a while, but that's the reason why I'm over here on, I guess, Instagram and TikTok now. I ran across the other day this thing about white farmers thinking that since all of the immigrants, hardworking immigrants, are being deported, that black people are going to fill in the void. Yeah, I really hit a nerve with that one, babe. I am part of the baby boomer generation, which means my mom and my parents came up in that generation of slavery. Do y'all really think that's going to happen? Or are y'all been misled? I think it's the latter. We have come a long ways in this country, folks. It's been a hard struggle for black folks, for the Hispanic community, Asian community, and all the other communities that wanted to migrate here and or become immigrants here in the great US of A. We're not turning the clock backwards, so y'all can get that nonsense out of your mind.
My fingers are killing me. Yeah, my toes are numb too. Hello, gringos.
We're too educated. I realize that on social media and on the news and all that, you see all the negative stuff about immigrants, black people, Hispanic people, how uneducated we are and how crime-ridden we are and all this other good stuff. As I used to say, all that is edited for TV. How often you see them showing you the progression of blacks and Hispanics and how they have come up the food chain and made something for themselves. You very seldom see all of that. You only see all of this negative stuff. But getting back to the farmers, y'all put yourselves in this situation. So y'all are going to have to get yourself out of the situation.
Keith Smith says most immigration workers left after the law took effect. So this potato farmer hired Americans. Problem is, he says, most show up late, work slower, and are ready to head home after lunch. Some even quit after just one day out in the field.
There's a Hispanic man that works for us, and I say, you know, he's 52. and he'll make anywhere from $70 to $100 a day. I said, if you can keep up with him and do a good job, you can make that. But they're not physically in shape to do it, and, probably not mentally tough enough to do it, some of them.
We don't talk enough about midterm elections. That's going to be the starting point, if you want it. Because if you don't, you got, 3 more years behind that of this nonsense to deal with. Do you realize how beneficial it is to have your immigrants here in this country? When you go to Walmart and all these grocery stores and you go shopping around, who do you think, or how do you think all of those vegetables got on those aisles? How do you think they actually got there? People had to go out and pick that stuff. Okay. Being in law enforcement all the decades I've been in, which is over 4 decades, I'm a firm believer that if you commit a crime, you do the time. I don't care who you are. If you come into this country illegally, you should be deported. If you're a criminal, immigrant criminal, you should serve your time and then be deported. That's how old school rolls, and that's what I believe in. But all this nonsense that you guys have going on around now, I'm thinking that, all these immigrants have been deported, so hey, guess who's going to step in to black folks? That ain't going to happen. You can get that nonsense out of your mind right now. That ain't going to happen, folks. So we need to come up with a solution as to how to fix this problem. I'm not going to get on here and rant and rave and curse, which I don't believe in cursing, so you're not going to hear old school doing all of that. But we need to fix this problem. I'm a firm believer that on the immigrants that we have here that are hard workers, the ones that roof your house, the ones that are cutting your yard, the ones that are building your freeways and your highways, the ones that are picking your crops, taking care of the cattle, ranches, and all of that good stuff, the ones that are doing the crappy jobs that none of us will do. I'm a firm advocate that those people need to be directed towards citizenship in this country if they want it. But they need to go through the proper vetting to do that.
Today's my last day right here in the United States after 20 years.
The truth is, we basically just re-elected Hitler, and I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. My husband isn't safe, and I don't like it.
It's time to go.
Oh. Really hopeful that everything goes easily at the airport and that nothing scary happens.
Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy. I'm going to my country, I'm going to Mexico. I'm bringing my wife with me.
And I'm talking scary on our end. I'm not scared at all of getting to Mexico. I'm actually really, really looking forward to being somewhere that I feel safe for my husband.
I'm gonna get to see my family, my sisters, after 20 years.
I think it's truly shocking that the United States of America feels like one of the least safe places in the world. This is a good life for us. We're going to have a great life. Like, we're about to live in Claudia Scheinbaum territory. That sounds exciting, man. I'm super annoyed that the things going on in the world are playing on any level in the plans of our future, because I do think that it's just putting such a damper on something that we could be very positive and excited about.
There's a park, a beautiful park, Veterans Park. I used to come here almost every night to walk with my dog.
Look at that happy baby. Aren't you, dolls? You're just a happy girl.
It's gonna be great.
It's so weird. I'm not going to be living here anymore. That's so weird. Yeah.
Oh, sweet madre. Ya me está pegando.
That's how we resolve this problem, not by the nonsense that we're doing now on mass deportation on anybody and everybody of Hispanic descent. I'm not for that crap, and that's exactly what it is. We realize now we have a problem in this country. So instead of crying about it every day and going on social media crying and crying and crying, we need to resolve it. And as old school said, the first step of resolving this mess is next year doing midterm elections. That's the starting point. That's the only way we're going to resolve it, because this is way out of hand. But getting back to you farmers, it ain't going to happen. Get that nonsense out of your head. Black folks are not going to the fields and become slaves again. That ain't going to happen. So, as I said, ball's in your corner. That's about all old school has to say right about now. I'm going to publish this and see what it looks like and ship it out to y'all and see what kind of comments I can get back from you. But try going to my YouTube channel while you have a chance and see what old school is all about. Okay, you guys stay blessed. We're gonna all get through this nonsense.